So I remember talking to you when they hired you that they were updating Studs Terkel's Working, a consummate Chicago story. And Studs had always written about blue-collar professions. And you were hired, if I get this right, to write about working in McDonald's, which I believe you really did, correct?
It was my first paying job.
That was kind of a moment when you had Working, a show about working, that was sort of, you were there to sort of say, this is what working is now. It's not just about being a gravedigger or a bookbinder or something. It's about fast food.
Well, actually, to be honest, when Stephen approached me, it wasn't with anything, Stephen Schwartz, it wasn't with anything particularly in mind. It was just Gordon Greenberg's directing a new production. I think there's room for new songs in here. We'd love for you to do something. And so I listened to it. It's a great score. It's got some of the best songwriters alive who've contributed songs. Mickey Grant and Craig Cornelia and James Taylor, the late great Mary Rogers. And he said, what do you think you could contribute? And I said, my first instinct is there's not really a my first job song. What's your first job? And my first job was at McDonald's. On the
you were on the counter, or you were making the burgers, or what were you doing?
I had several shifts.
Did you flip around?
I did the counter from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., so I was the one you yelled at when you were too late for breakfast. But can I just get an Egg McMuffin? I see it there behind the thing. Can you just give me that one? I'm sorry, it's 11:10. We're serving lunch now.
Yeah, but sometimes they've not changed the menu, and that's really irritating when you can see the breakfast menu.
Yes.
And someone like you is there going.
And I'm going, I just work here, buddy. But the best thing about the job was we were the rare McDonald's that did delivery. And with delivery, you make tips. And when you're making $4.25 an hour, tips are huge. So that's what my song's about. It's about the drudgery of the counter, which really gave me anxiety.
What were your anxieties working at McDonald's?
Oh, I mean, I caught a counterfeiter once. Speaking of dead presidents, I caught a $20 bill with Washington's face on it during the lunch rush. And said, this president's not supposed to be on a 20.
And at that moment, you were like, $10, Hamilton.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
Hold on a second. In 30 years, I can have a good idea. But, the anxiety of just, getting it wrong and having your register not add up at the end of the day. It had to add up within $2, otherwise your pay was docked. That's stressful, but delivery was free. Delivery, you're walking around, you're in your outfit. I was 14, so I'd see girls in summer school, and I'd be like, hey, how are you? I wasn't really. And I smelled like burgers. But that was the freeing part of the job, and so that song was about that.